お前は一体何なんだ。友達だ。What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another War of the Visions video here on the channel. And it is the day before Lucia does come out for Global, so I did want to take the time to go over her kit, kind of do a should you summon and unit review of what you can expect if you do plan to pull for the Wind Double Gunner. So, first of all, Lucia is a double gunner. She's also going to have the Ranger class. Sorry, I know the JP translations, for some reason the site doesn't update them. But Hunter is gunner, or I'm sorry, Hunter is Ranger in Global, and then Monk is Monk. So those are her three classes. So hopefully you guys have saved up some Ranger and Monk materials if you guys have been anticipating her release. So let's first go over her Trust Mastery reward real fast. So it is able to be equipped on Warriors, Knights, Paladins, Soldiers, Monks, Samurais, Lancers, Dragoons, Spellblades, Thieves, Ninja, Ranger, Gunner, White Mage, Black Mage, Green Mage, Red Mage, Time Mage, Cleric, Sorceress, Gunbreaker, Winged One, Lord, White of Mage of Lapis. Okay. So the ability of it is +1 range and raises own agility for 3 turns. So the ability is actually pretty good. I don't believe this is. I don't believe the range part is AOE. I believe the whole effect is just for yourself. But while it is a selfish ability, it doesn't benefit the whole team. It's still very good. Range +1 on gunners is insanely good, and then agility up is very strong as well. The stat pool is pretty solid on it. I actually like, since it is an accessory, I like that the HP is low because you're going to get your HP stat from most likely your main piece of gear. So this would actually entice you if you were to run this to probably not run Sage's Hat gear on this unit, because Sage's Hat doesn't have a lot of HP. So you probably would want to run something more like Smart Clothes or another MR piece that gives you a lot of HP. So, but why it's strong, it's still got 5 defense, so defense not great, but 10 evade is very, very strong on an accessory, and then 7 agility as well is again super strong for an accessory. So on top of that, the ability to give you +1 range and that agility boost is just super good for her class for a gunner. So I feel her TMR is very good overall, for sure. So going to her master ability, so once you get her to level 40, you're going to get +10% attack and 15% Earth Killer. Now remember, attack percent modifier is done before you take all of your weapon attack stats and everything else, and then you add an additional multiplier after your whole attack stat is added up. So the attack percent will be added up prior, and then whatever your total attack stat is after, that Earth Killer is going to get that 15% modifier. So that's why Earth Killer is pretty darn strong, and you guys can see why she will be a Mont Killer. She has that Earth Killer master ability, so in the particular meta where Mont is very huge in the meta, and even now we're seeing Katone, she's going to be doing a lot of damage, and she does have the Sharpshoot skill on the Ranger ability, so she can get around evasion as well in her kit, so it's very, very good. So we're going to compare quickly the stat pool, not really the skills, but I'm going to compare the stat pool between Lucia and between Frederica. So we look here, Lucia has 1812 HP, 130 TP, 123 AP, 3 move, 1 jump, 134 luck, 248 attack, 69 magic, 58 speed, 202 dexterity, 4 range, cost of 80. Then Frederica, 1988, 126 on TP, 119 on AP, 3 move, 1 jump, 116 luck, 195 attack, 72 magic, 63 speed, 210 dexterity, range of 4. So range, jump, move, all that's pretty much even. Luck, Lucia has her by about 15 luck. HP though, Frederica does have more. You guys see her, it's about 160, 170 more HP for Frederica. So she's a little bit more durable, but not much to where it's like going to make a huge difference in my opinion. Frederica 195 attack though, almost 250 attack. So you are seeing an attack difference of like 55 in the stat pool there. So that is something to note why Lucia will hit significantly harder. Speed, though, Frederica is a lot faster. She does have 5 speed on Lucia, so that can matter, especially in real-time PvP. So that can be a big indicator, of you getting the first turn or not, that 5 speed. If, for instance, your Lucia has the same gears and stuff, and you're going up against an opposing Frederica, you're probably going to lose the speed race unless you just have a lot better vision cards and espers and stuff like that in gear. So, but that is the big difference. Is I feel that I think dexterity, Lucia and Frederica are pretty close. They're a difference of like 8, so pretty tied up there. But TP AP very similar. HP Frederica's got a lot more attack on Lucia though here. But definitely Frederica's faster. So that's the trade-off. If you guys were wondering. If you look at this bonus ability board, we have 23 straight attack, 51 straight dexterity, 61 luck, crit rate of 35, but then an additional attack percent of 20%. Then we go to Frederica. Her stat pool's got dexterity, crit rate, luck, dexterity, agility, and attack. So she's got 71 additional attack in her board, but we have the 20% attack increase on Lucia's board. So I think that will give you an edge. Having that percentage over just a flat 50 will be better overall. And keep in mind, Lucia innately has 50 more plus attack than Frederica. So when you add the 23, she's still having like an additional around 20-ish attack more plus the 20%. So you're going to see a big difference there, and crit rate is significantly higher than Frederica. Crit rate of 35 is pretty insane, actually. And then Frederica has a crit rate of 13, so you're an additional 17 crit rate. So I would say on average, definitely Lucia is going to output way more consistent damage. So let's go into the kit real fast. So her main command, she's going to have Split Shot, which does moderate damage to units within area, so that's an AoE on her main class, which that's pretty nice. Moderate damage, I believe that would be like medium damage. Quick Shot deals small damage to targets, so it's kind of like a throwaway generic skill. Double Shot deals heavy damage to the target consecutively, so Frederica has that as well. Quadruple Shots deals small damage to the target 4 times in a row, so that's a 4-hit attack. So that's pretty cool. So this is this should be another triple chain or maybe even a 4-chain attack. Quadruple Shots, that's pretty strong. It's small damage, so it should have around the same modifier, I would assume, as Quick Shot, but 4 times. So that could be pretty insane as well, especially if you have other wind units on her team, then you can get those elemental chain damage multipliers. So that will be pretty sweet. And then she has Firing Position, increased shooting attack significantly for self and allies within area, and increase own defense piercing rate. So that's really, really strong. I believe Firing Position is different than aimed fire. I'm pretty sure it's different. Let's see if Frederica's are raise the missile attack within area around self and range +1. Yeah, so this is definitely different. This is a defense piercing rate as well. So that's actually pretty insane. So you could use firing, if you run Lucia and Frederica on the same team, you could both get the aimed fire and then the firing position off, like as dual support skills for your gunners. So that's pretty insane. I'm not sure if you guys know off the top of your heads, let me know, but I'm not sure if increasing the missile, I would assume shooting attack is missile attack, if you can actually stack that more than once before it wears off. Let me know, guys, because you may only be able to apply 1 buff of that, but we'll see. But super solid in her main kit. I think that's fantastic. Then we go into her double gunner sub-command. So she has Stun Shot, has a chance to inflict stun with units within area. So that is an AoE stun, so that's pretty important. It does not say the multiplier here on Stun Shot, so we'll have to see when she comes out to global. Or if you guys know from the JP server, I didn't bother to go to Ultimate to get the Japanese translations. I just wanted to do just kind of a brief overall review of her kit. But if you guys know if this is a multiplier of small, medium, large, or extra large, let me know. Shot Mastery increases shooting attack damage. I believe that's Missile Mastery in global. Smoke Screen increase own evasion defense for 3 turns. So that's pretty good. This actually is better than Frederica's evasion, I believe. So this should be better because you're not lowering attack resistance. Has a chance to counterattack against physical attacks pre-fire. Horizontal Shot deals moderate damage to units or area. Another AoE. So a lot of AoE attacks she has for sure. And then increases speed, defense, piercing rate. Seems super strong. This seems super good. So you're getting an agility increase, and you're getting a defense pierce rate increase. So this could be definitely one of the icing on the cakes to really kill those Mont tanks. So now let's go into, this should be her, oh no, we got one more class. So let's go into her Ranger subclass. Charge, we all know what that does. Throwaway skill. Poison Arrow, same thing as Frederica's kit. Ranger Lore, same thing. Range +1, raises accuracy. Reflex, chance of evading attacks. This is probably what you're going to use for her reactive. Just having that built in when you get that to level 20 to have that chance to evade attacks. I feel that's better than getting a counterattack or any other thing like that. Like if everyone had Reflex, I would, besides maybe Sid's AP gain skill, Reflex is probably one of the best overall generic reactions in the game, to be honest. Then Sharpshooting, what we said before, deals medium damage in a guaranteed hit, so this will be super good against Catone teams. I feel Lucia is really going to keep Catone in check, Shadow Links in check. If you have this unit built in like another unit, like a Ramza or like one of your tanks or a Stern, something like that, someone you can float off to put her in certain circumstances. Like for instance, obviously if you're going to fight Mons, she's really good, but also against Catone and for Shadow Links teams because she has that Earth Killer, and she just does more damage than Frederica. So obviously she's not going to have the Earth Killer against Shadow Links, but she does output more consistent damage overall, has higher crit rate, all that stuff. Then we have Mega Charge, which I guess that is different than Supercharge. Mega Charge deals large damage to the target, so just a straight up large damage. So probably a pretty good multiplier there. Focus significantly reduces activation time and raises missile attacks. So this is another usable green skill for sure. But I definitely feel Tune Up is probably the best. But it seems Focus is probably better than Shot Mastery. That increases shooting attack, where this reduces activation time and raises missile attack. So this probably better overall. And then Vigilance significantly raises own evasion rate for 1 turn and lowers all elementals. So she has the Vigilance thing, and then she also has her other Vigilance thing as well with Smokescreen. So she has both. So she has access to both of those. If you do end up putting her on Ranger, then she'll have access to 2 evasion skills. 2 different evasion skills. So she can probably keep that evasion for the majority of the fight as long as she doesn't get taken out early. And then Supercharge, medium damage target, probably another throwaway skill. So Charge, Supercharge are 2 skills you definitely don't want to really invest in, I feel, just because they're really generic, doesn't really offer too much utility or extra damage multipliers to the team. And now the final job class is going to be her Monk class, which I don't feel you should ever use this, because this is a melee class, and you're a gunner. You're going to be shooting from long range, so this would seem super awkward. But this is basically very close to the same as Engelbert's kit. So it has Store, where you can significantly raise your own attack for 1 turn, pummel 2-hit small damage to a target, raises strike attack. Once again, not good for her because she's not a strike unit. But she does have this utility. Revive has a chance to recover their target from KO and restore a very small amount of HP. So, I mean, if you ran this, then you could have that option to make her like a pseudo healer, I guess. Kind of. I don't know. It just seems weird to put this on a gunner. But then you have Terra Slash, medium damage to all targets within range, and does not affect targets with float status. Then we have raises max HP, chance of counterattack taking physical damage, and then deal small damage with Surge Strike. So there you guys go with her kits. Like I said, I feel you're either going to go double gunner, or you're going to go double gunner. double gunner. Or you're going to go a Ranger. I still think Ranger, though, is better, honestly, overall. I do. I think Sharpshooter is just such a amazing skill that it's hard to pass that up. And then you still have a large damage skill with Mega Charge as well. So, I don't know. That's just my opinion overall, though. I actually want to test on her if Mega Charge will deal more damage than her quadruple shot. That'll be interesting to see what does more overall damage. But then you guys look at her resistances. She does resist slash attack, so that is pretty cool. She has a 15% weakness to magic, and then a 15% resistance to, I think that's spear, something like that. She has a 20% resistance to earth, and she is weak to ice. So, and then those are like the different status elements. You guys can check out if you want to know more about what she's more perceptible to her status elements there. And then obviously Limit Break, Awakening, all the same stuff as normal. So, should you summon, guys? I feel if you guys have not built a good ranged attacker, that she's going to be super strong. Her Trust Mastery is very good. It's definitely not a throwaway Trust Mastery or a very forgettable Trust Mastery like a Stern or anything like that. So I do feel she is actually very strong, and depending on how they change the PvP maps, how soon that happens, she could be definitely one of the most threatening units to deal with if they make the map super far away, where units like Frederica and Lucia are going to have such a big advantage, and if Monts and Catones are just going to take forever to get in range to land attacks, they definitely could be dead before then. So I feel in the overall meta currently, at least, she's going to be super strong. Like, Earth is a very prevalent element at the moment. Catone was a very sought after unit if you guys did go hard for the tactics banner. So she's going to do very well there. She's weak to ice, but ice is not really too prevalent in the meta. Medina is probably the only thing to look out for. Gilgamesh's is like super, super rare you'll find those in PvP. Maybe you'll find them occasionally in real-time PvP, but not really so much in regular PvP. So yeah, I think if you guys have like 15k plus viz saved up, I feel you guys should throw some multis at this banner. Remember though, she is in the general pool, so you can pull her later. And one other thing to keep in mind, guys, if you're not ready to build her at the moment, you guys could simply just get her shards and then just pull her in another banner. That's exactly what I did with Catone and with Miranda. I ended up pulling them in off banners. So, there's always the chance for that. That you guys could pull them on your free multis when we get updates. You guys could pull them on a collaboration banner, anything like that. But I do feel she's definitely worth the investment. I definitely feel she's going to be one of the top units in the game. If we go look at the tier list here, she is in S rank in JP still. So these are the units in JP. We have Sid, we have Lucia. We have Lucia. We have Medina, Engelbert. We have Ayaka, and we have Frederica. So she is going to be one of the 6 units that we will have on global in relation to the JP server. So yeah, guys, my opinion, I think you guys should pull for her if you guys have the stash ready, if you guys are willing to make the investment. Obviously, if you guys are still building up your core team and you're far along in limit breaking, you might want to skip. But like I said, if you have the viz to dump into at least getting like her 120 shards and on her main shop that she'll get tomorrow, I do recommend buying her shards, because you never know one day to pull her off banner. And then if you end up saving up a lot of shards for her, maybe you guys can limit break her, super fast, and you can get her ready for your teams. So that's going to be my opinion, guys. I do feel she's worth getting. I do wish you guys luck in your summons tomorrow. And I hope you guys did enjoy today's review and should you summon video. If you guys did enjoy today's content, make sure you guys drop a like down below, hit subscribe. You guys are new. Ring that bell for future notifications. And if I did say anything with the translations of how Lucia is worded from the wiki and compared to what is translated to global, or anything I did miss on the character review, please, guys, let me know in the comment section down below. I love when you guys can correct me on things and I can then learn, because that's all about, this game is, I feel like it's a very good learning curve for people, especially like myself that didn't play Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, and I can learn a lot from you guys as well in the community. So I thank you guys so much for watching. Enjoy your day. Be safe out there, guys. Wash your hands, all that good stuff, and I will see you all